Hello children, welcome to class 7, General Science. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing well. This is Shane and today interpreting with me is Mohammad Rizwan. From the previous video, you've understood the way we breathe, the mechanism of breathing. The air that we exhale is rich in carbon dioxide. Various activities based on inhalation and exhalation, etc. I hope you all have enjoyed the activities. Now, let's focus on the breathing process of some other multicellular animals. Learning objectives. We are going to learn the breathing mechanism in annelids, arthropods, pisces, and autotrophs like plants. Before going to the concept, understand the following keywords. Keywords: breathing rate, diaphragm, exhalation, gills, lungs, inhalation, spiracles, trachea, ribs, concept map. Let's focus on the breathing process in other animals. Animals such as elephants, lions, cows, goats, frogs, lizards, snakes, and birds have lungs in their chest cavities like humans. The process of breathing using the lungs was depicted in the video. Now let's focus on how do other organisms breathe. Do they also have lungs like those of human beings? Let us find out. Cockroach, arthropod. Cockroaches and other insects have small openings on the sides of its body. These openings are called spiracles. Insects have a network of air tubes called trachea for gas exchange. Oxygen-rich air rushes through spiracles into the tracheal tubes, diffuses into the body tissue, and reaches every cell. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the cells go into the tracheal tubes and move out through spiracles. These air tubes or trachea are found only in insects and not in any other group of animals. Earthworm, annelid. Earthworms breathe through their skins. The skin of an earthworm feels moist and slimy on touching. Gases can easily pass through them. Remember one interesting thing, though frogs have a pair of lungs like human beings, they can also breathe through their skin, which is moist and slippery. Once think, can we breathe and survive in water? Many organisms live in water. How do they breathe underwater will be your question, right? Listen, gills in fish help them to use oxygen dissolved in water. Gills are projections of the skin. Gills are well supplied with blood vessels for the gaseous exchange. Do plants also respire? Like other living organisms, plants also respire for their survival. They also take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. In the cells, oxygen breaks down glucose into carbon dioxide and water as in other organisms. In plants, each part can independently intake oxygen from the air and gives carbon dioxide. The leaves of plants have tiny pores called stomata for exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. Like all other living cells of plants, the root cells also need oxygen to generate energy. Roots take up air from the air spaces present between the soil particles. Students, I think now you understand clearly about every organism, how the mechanism of breathing takes place in them. I will brief you on the whole lesson once. Respiration is essential for the survival of living organisms. It releases energy from the food. The oxygen we inhale breaks down glucose into carbon dioxide and water. Energy is released in the process. Breathing is a part of the process of respiration during which an organism takes in oxygen-rich air and gives out air rich in carbon dioxide. The respiratory organs for the exchange of gases vary in different organisms. The breakdown of glucose occurs in the cells of an organism, cellular respiration. If the food is broken down with the use of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. If the breakdown occurs without the use of oxygen, the respiration is called anaerobic respiration. During inhalation, our lungs expand and then come back to their original state as the air moves out during exhalation. During heavy exercise, when the supply of oxygen to our muscle cells is insufficient, food breakdown is by anaerobic respiration. Increased physical activity enhances the rate of breathing. In animals like cows, buffalo, dogs, and cats, the respiratory organs and the process of breathing is similar to those in humans. In earthworms, the exchange of gases occurs through the moist skin. In fishes, it takes place through gills, and in insects through the trachea. In a plant, the roots take in air present in the soil. Leaves have tiny pores called stomata through which they exchange gases. The breakdown of glucose in plant cells is similar to that in other living beings. Points to remember. Respiration is essential for the survival of living organisms. It releases energy from the food. The oxygen we inhale is used to break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water. Energy is the least in the process. Insects breathe through tracheal tubes. The air enters and exits through holes called spiracles. Earthworms breathe through moist skin. Gills are well supplied with blood vessels for the gaseous exchange. Leaves have tiny pores called stomata through which they exchange gases. Thank you for watching.